Greetings to you all. Welcome to Class 10, Unit 1, Prose, His First Flight, Book Back Exercise Part 4. Dear children, already we have discussed till reading, okay? Now we will move on to
Grammar section, page 12.
Now, children, now we are moving on to grammar section, page 12. Modals. Modals, what are they? Okay, we have already learned about modals in class 9th. Now let us revise. A modal verb is used to indicate modality that expresses a speaker's general intention. For example, likelihood, ability, permission, request, capacity, suggestion, order, obligation, advice, etc. So all these இதெல்லாம் express பண்றதுக்கு we need modals. Like can, could, shall, should, will, would, may, might, must, need, dare to, used to இருக்குல்ல அதுதான். We use modals to show if we believe something is certain, probable or possible. Modals are can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must, ought to, need, used to and dare to. Okay. Modals do not change with the person or number of the subject. Okay, A section will say, complete these sentences using appropriate modals. The clues in the brackets will help you. When I was a child, Dash climbed trees easily, but now I can't. This already you have studied, okay? So, ability in the past. முன்னாடி என்னால முடிஞ்சது. So, when I was a child, I used to climb trees. I can't climb trees anymore in that lesson, okay? Next one. I dash win the singing contest. So here this determination, mudiyum. So I shall win this singing contest. Third one. You dash buy this book. It is worth buying. Here this is advice or suggestion. It is you should buy this book. It is worth buying. Fourth one. Pungodai dash speak several languages. Here this is ability in the present. It means Pungodai can speak several languages. Fifth one, I swear, I dash till lies again. So here there is a promise. I swear, நான் சத்தியம் பண்றேன். I won't till lies again. அது willோட past tense won't. Sixth one, my father dash play badminton in the evenings when he was at college. This is past habit. My father used to play badminton in the evenings. Used to முன்னாடி பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தாங்க. Seventh one, you dash do as I say. This is a command. You must do as I see. Eighth one, dash I have another glass of water. This is a request. Could I have another glass of water? Ninth one, CB has not practiced hard, but he dash win the race. This is possibility. Possibility nale may, it may rain and the mari. So CB has not practiced hard, but he may win the race. Tenth one, we dash preserve our natural resources. It's a duty. அதாவது சொல்லி தெரியுதில்ல தானாக வரணும். We ought to preserve our natural resources. We ought to follow traffic rules. We ought to obey parents, teachers அந்த மாதிரி கண்டிப்பாக பண்ணணும். அதுக்கு சொல்லி செய்கிறதில்ல ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக வரணும். Okay, that is why we use the word ought to. B section children, rewrite the following sentences by rectifying the errors in the use of modals. Now, in every sentence there is a mistake. We have to rectify it. First one is, would I have your autograph? அது தப்பு. What is the right answer? Could I have your autograph? Would-க்கு பதிலா could. Second one, I can be 15 next April. What is the answer? I will be 15 next April. Third one, take an umbrella. It should rain. அப்போ அது தப்பு. So, take an umbrella. It may rain later. Fine. Fourth one, the magistrate ordered that he might pay the fine. So, answer is the magistrate ordered that he must pay the fine. So, instead of might, we use must. Next one, fifth one, make me a cup of tea. Shall you? So, that is wrong. Make me a cup of tea. Will you? Sixth one, you may speak politely to the elders. So, the answer is you should speak politely to the elders. Seventh one, you will get your teeth cleaned at least once a year. So, the answer is you should get your teeth cleaned at least once a year. Eighth one, we could grow vegetables in our kitchen garden, but we don't do it now. ஸோ முன்னாடி பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தேன் அப்படின்னாக்கா we used to grow vegetables in our kitchen garden but we don't do it now. 9th one, must I get your jacket? The weather is cold. அப்போ must சொல்லக்கூடாது. May I get your jacket? The weather is cold. 10th one, could the train be on time? So answer is, will the train be on time? Okay children, fine. So moving on to the C section. Read the dialogue and fill in the blanks with suitable models. So here there is a conversation. Dad and Charan. Dash, we go out for dinner tonight. So shall we go out for dinner tonight? Now Charan replies, yes dad, we will go to a restaurant where I can have some ice cream. So we will go and I can have. Dad, okay then, I will be home by 7 p.m. Mom and you should be ready by then. Now Charan replies, sure, we will be. My friend told me that there is a magic show nearby. Will you please take us there? So will you please? Okay, Dad, we will not have time to go for the magic show. I suppose if we have enough time left, we shall plan. Charan says, by the way, shall we inform our gatekeeper about our outing? Dad says, yes, we should, so that he will be aware we aren't at home. Charan says, may I call up Mom and tell her about our plan today? Dad, you ought to, otherwise we may be in trouble when she returns home. Charan says, by the time you come home in the evening, we dash be waiting. It means we will be waiting for you. Hope you won't be late. Bye. Fine children? Okay. Now next one, D section is read the following dialogues and supply appropriate modals. Student and teacher. Can we leave our bags in the class during the break? Teacher says, yes, you can, but arrange them neatly. Next one, passenger and conductor. My child is 6 years old. Do I have to buy him a ticket? Conductor says, yes, you should. It costs half of the price of an adult ticket. Navani and yoga. Can we go for coffee after the meeting? No, I can't. I have to go home. Now, next one is salesman and customer. When can I receive my order? Customer says, I can't assure you, sir. The order may be delivered tomorrow. Now, Neela and Preeti. Do you think I should write about my education background in the resume? Preeti says, yes, you should. You will get a better job. Fine, children? Okay, moving on to the next one. That is, imagine you have been to Tanjavur recently. Based on your experience and the data given below about Tanjavur, suggest and guide a friend who wishes to visit Tanjavur and places nearby using modals in your sentences. Fine children? Now children, we'll see the details. It is given in the box. Trains towards Tanjavur, places to visit in Tanjavur, places around Tanjavur, unique products of Tanjavur. First is trains, okay? Udavan Express, Manne Express, Madurai Express. Next, places to visit in Tanjavur, Brihadishwara Temple, that is big temple, Tanjai Perikoval, then museum, Saraswati Mahal, library, then palace. Places around Tanjavur, Thiruviyaru, Kumbakonam, Kallanai Dam, Pundi, that is church, then Mannaru Pattukotai. Okay, then unique products of Tanjavur, art, plates, paintings, bronze statues, dancing doll, Talayati Bommai. Seri, okay. Now what are we going to do? Section E. Here are a few sentences already done for you. The clues given would be helpful to make more sentences on your own. First one, I would suggest that you take the Udavan Express to Tanjavur from Chennai. Next one, you will be more comfortable if you could book 3-tier AC. Third one, you could enjoy seeing the palace. Fourth one, you should visit the museum. Fifth one, you mustn't miss the big temple. Sixth one, you can buy art plates, paintings, bronze statues and dancing dolls. Seventh one, you can visit Saraswati Mahal library. Fine children? Next one, you can visit Thiruvayaru and Kumbakonam. 9th one, you can visit Pundi Mada Church too. 10th one, you mustn't miss Kalanai Dam. Okay, all right. Now moving on to grammar part, active and passive voice. In class 9, we have already learnt about active and passive voices. Now we shall learn some more forms of the voice. Let us recall. When we give importance to what people and things do, we use active verb forms. When we give importance to what happens to people and things, we often use passive verb forms. Fine. அதாவது ஒரு ஆக்ஷன் யார் செய்தாங்க, அவங்க யார் செய்தாங்க அதை சொன்னாக்கா அது ஆக்டிவ் வாய்ஸ். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், த மேனேஜர் அப்பாயிண்டட் மெனி ஆஃபீஸ் அசிஸ்டன்ட்ஸ். அதாவது யார் அப்பாயிண்ட் பண்ணாங்க, மேனேஜர் அப்பாயிண்ட் பண்ணாங்க. அப்போது யாரால் செய்யப்பட்டது. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், கேட் கில்டு த ரேட். பூனை எலியை கொண்டது. இதே சென்டென்ஸ் எலி பூனையால் கொல்லப்பட்டது. அப்போது சேம் மீனிங் ஒன்லி. இது யார் செய்தாங்க அவங்களுக்கு இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் கொடுக்கும்போது தட் இஸ் ஆக்டிவ் வாய்ஸ். பட்டதுன்னு வருது இல்லையா, அது பாசிவ் வாய்ஸ். ஓகே, ஃபார் த மேனேஜர் அப்பாயிண்டட் மெனி ஆஃபீஸ் அசிஸ்டன்ட்ஸ். When you change it into passive voice, many office assistants were appointed by the office manager. Second one, you are making a cake now. The answer is a cake is being made by you. Third one, that portrait was painted by my grandmother. My grandmother painted this portrait. Fourth one, Malini had bought a colorful hat for her daughter. The answer is a colorful hat was bought by Malini for her daughter. Fifth one, they have asked me to pay the fine. So answer is I have been asked to pay the fine by them. Sixth one, the militants were being taken to prison by the police. The answer is the police was taking the militants to the prison. Seventh one, his behavior vexes me. So answer is I am vexed by his behavior. Eighth one, Rosie will solve the problem. The problem will be solved by Rosie. Ninth one, our army has defeated the enemy. The enemy has been defeated by our army. 10th one, the salesman answered all the questions patiently. All the questions were patiently answered by the salesman. Fine children, so what you do, simple solnaka, subject, verb, object, அப்புறம் adjunct இருக்கும். சப்ஜெக்ட் பிரிச்சுக்கோங்க. சப்ஜெக்ட் SVOA. ஸோ A 1 2 3 போட்டுட்டு 3 2 1. So if you change like that, it will be easy. And when you write into passive form, use the word by. Now next one, passive voice, request. In active voice, a request begins with please. When we change request form active to passive voice, we should begin the sentence with you are requested to in place of please. இப்போ request இருக்குவீங்களா, ப்ளீஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்போது ப்ளீஸ் எடுத்துட்டு you should use the word you are requested to. கோமா சொன்னாங்கன்னாக்கா you are ordered to, அந்த மாதிரி. சரியா? If the request is in negative form, the request is in passive form should begin with you are requested not to. Okay, for example, please assemble in the ground. So இது active voice. Passive ஆகும்போது you are requested to assemble in the ground. Okay, next one, please do not use mobile phones here. So how will you change it? You are requested not to use mobile phones here. Next one, passive voice. If it is advice, when we change an advice from active to passive voice, we should begin the sentence with you are advised to. If the advice is in negative form, you should begin with you are advised not to. Advice சில நேரங்களில் செய்யணும்னாக்கா you are advised to, செய்யக்கூடாதுனாக்கா you are advised not to. சரியா? ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், work hard, இது வந்து ஆக்டிவ் வாய்ஸ். passive voice மாற்றும்போது you are advised to work hard. இது do not eat junk food, இது active voice. passive voice மாற்றும்போது you are advised not to eat junk food. Okay, similarly you can also use the following for other imperatives. You are instructed to, இல்லைனாக்கா ஆப்போசிட்னாக்கா you are instructed not to. You are ordered to, opposite means you are ordered not to. Okay, passive voice, omitting the agent. In the sentences beginning with someone, no one, omit the agent. It means subject in the passive voice. இதில் someone, நோ ஒன் எனிமன் இந்த மாதிரி வந்ததுனாக்கா அது தேவையே வராது. சரியா? ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், சம்படி ஹேஸ் டேக்கன் அவே மை புக். இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும்போது யூ நீட் நாட் சம்படிங்கிற வார்த்தை தேவையே இல்லை, விட்டுடலாம். மை புக் ஹேஸ் பீன் டேக்கன் அவே, தட் இஸ் இனஃப். நோ ஒன் ஹேஸ் பாட் த டிக்கெட்ஸ். இங்கே நோ ஒன் ஆன்சரில் தேவை வருவேனா. த டிக்கெட்ஸ் ஹேவ் நாட் பீன் பாட், அவ்வளவே போதும். add not to the verb for nobody, no one, none. Passive form. So interrogative இது next questionsக்கு எப்படி யூஸ் பண்ணணும்னு பார்க்கலாம். ஓகே, when sentences are changed to passive, they begin with the verb in yes or no questions, or with the question word followed by the verb in WH questions. For example, questions பார்த்துட்டு WH question, why, what, how, when, where, அது மாதிரி. இன்னொன்று இருக்கிறது auxiliary verb questions, am, is, are, was, were, have, has, had எல்லாம். ஸோ did he write a letter? இது active voice. passive voice மாற்றும்போது was a letter written by him? Is he next one watching us? This is active voice. When you change it into passive voice, are we being watched by him? Next one, children, questions beginning with WH words. இப்போ open-ended questions. Who will accept this? This is active voice. When you change it to passive voice, by whom will this be accepted? Who வந்து whom அமருது. Second one, who has arranged this meeting? Active voice. When you change it into passive voice, by whom has this meeting been arranged? Third one, when will you finish the building? So this is active voice. When you change it to passive voice, when will the building be finished by you? The agent by you is optional. தேவன்னு எடுத்துக்கலாம், otherwise you can leave it. Fourth one, how did they do this? Active voice. When you turn to passive voice, how was this done by them? Okay, the agent by them is optional. வேணும்னா வச்சுக்கலாம், otherwise you can omit it. Now next one, section G. Change the following into passive voice. Please call him at once. So this is a question. When you write the answer, let him be called at once. Second one, how did you cross the river? How will the river be crossed? Third one, no one is borrowing the novels from the library. Novels are borrowed by none from the library. Fourth one, will you help me? Will I be helped by you? Fifth one, go for a jog early in the morning. You are advised to go on an early morning jog. Sixth one, why have you left your brother at home? Answer is, why have your brother been left at home? Seventh one, nobody should violate the rules. Answer is, rules should not be violated by anyone. Eighth one, someone has to intimate it immediately. The answer is, it has to be intimated by someone immediately. Ninth one, have you invited Raman to the party? Answer is, has Raman been invited to the party? Tenth one, please do not walk on the grass. You are kindly advised not to walk on the grass. 11th one, cross the busy roads carefully. Answer is, you are advised to cross the busy roads carefully. 12th one, when will you book the tickets to Bangalore? Answer is, when will the tickets to Bangalore be booked by you? Fine, children. Okay, moving on to H section. In the following sentences, the verbs have two objects, namely direct and indirect objects. Change each of the following sentences into two passives using direct object and the subject in one and indirect object in the other. Okay? Alright. First one, John gave a bar of chocolate to Jill. So you can write in two form, direct object or word, indirect object or word. Okay, Jill was given a bar of chocolate. So like this also we can write, or a bar of chocolate was given to Jill by John. Second one, Pragati lent a pencil to Kirtana, and you can write Kirtana was lent a pencil by Pragati, or a pencil was lent to Kirtana by Pragati. Third one, Sudha told the truth to her friend. You can write, friend was told the truth by Sudha, or truth was told by Sudha to her friend. Next one, they offered the job to Venkat. You can write, Venkat was offered a job by them, or a job was offered to Venkat by them. Okay, fifth one. The boss showed a new computer to Kavya. You can write Kavya was shown the new computer by the boss, or the new computer was shown to Kavya by the boss. Okay, next one. Rewrite the following passage in passive voice. Okay, here the passage is there and we have to write it in passive form. A few days ago, someone stole Ambrose's motorbike. Ambrose had left it outside his house. He reported the theft to the police. The police told him that they would try to find his motorbike. This morning, they found his motorbike. The police called Ambrose to the police station. The thieves had painted it and then sold it to someone else. The new owner had parked the motorbike outside a mall when the police found it. After an inquiry, the police arrested the thieves. So this is the passage. Now we are going to turn it into passive voice. Ambrose's new bike was stolen. A few days ago, it was left outside his house. The theft was reported to the police. I was told that the police would try to find his motorbike. His bike was found this morning. Ambrose was called to the police station. It had been painted and sold to someone else. The motorbike was found parked outside a mall by the new owner. The thieves were arrested after an inquiry. Okay? Alright. Now moving on to J section. Write a recipe of your favorite dish in passive voice. Remember to list out the ingredients of the dish you have chosen and their quantity. Use simple present tense to write your recipe. Okay, shall we do? Okay, rava upma is my favorite dish. First, 1 cup of rava must be taken. It must be roasted in low flame. It must be removed from the stove. When the rava turns yellow, it was to be placed on the plain plate or a spread on a paper. Onions and green chilies should be chopped into small pieces. The cut pieces must be fried in mild flame. As they turn little brown, 2 cups of water must be added. A few curry leaves shall be mixed. Salt must be added. Now the roasted rava must be added and stirred till the aroma of upma kindles your nose. It must not be overcooked. Once it becomes a little solid, the gas stove must be switched off. Fine, children? Okay, now moving on to K section. Write a report of an event held at your school using passive voice. Use simple past tense to narrate the event. National Integration Day. Government Higher Secondary School, Krompet, observed National Integration Day on 19th November. Former Additional Commissioner, Hindu, Religious and Charitable Endowments Department, Mr. Vasunathan, presided over the function. Headmaster Neelakandan welcomed the gathering. He spoke on Tamil patriotic leaders who fought for the integration of India among the British rule. Valarmati Madam spoke about Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, a simple man who was instrumental in bringing all the scattered states into Union of India. Neelambari Miss spoke on the need for emotional integration of the people, which should sustain the territorial integration of the country. Mr. Bhaskaran, PET teacher, spoke on the sacrifices of defense personnel to defend the territorial integrity of the country. Miss Saira Banu spoke on the Iron Lady of India, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, who took many proactive decisions to uplift the poor people under 20 points reform program. Miss Rajini spoke appreciating the role played by Bharatiyar in promoting the feelings of nationalism and patriotism during the colonial past. Mr. Ganapati, the district educational officer, spoke sadly about regional chauvinism and prevented people from sharing even water with water-hungry neighboring states. Mr. Madhivanan, the NSS master who gave a vote of thanks, recapitulated the main points again and thanked all the speakers. Fine, children? So, okay, you can read again, listen again, understand well. We'll deal in detail in classroom. Okay?